stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Get more W, that genderless energy drink mix that's going to power you through your gaming, content creation, whatever you're doing. It's there for you. Enter that promo code BrianB NRG and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one. 'Cause there's something special about you.
This is a breaking news report. Breaking news.
People, it's time to get
Hey, bro, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yep, can't hear you at all.
Bro, listen, man. Sometimes, yo, listen, this is the story, okay? So I don't know if anybody heard me the whole opening or introduction to the show. The whole time I've been playing music, nobody's heard nothing. Hey, listen, man, be like that sometimes. Yo, listen, I've been playing music, I've been jamming or whatever. Yo, before I start the show every day, I usually on Sundays, I usually jump in the studio like an hour and a half, like a half hour early, whatever, and I play music and I get myself amped up. Yo, I'm really amped up. I was playing house music, I play a whole bunch of different shit, and I was jamming. I usually leave it on the microphone so everybody who's in the waiting room and stuff can jam with me, but I didn't realize my mic was off. I was playing Resident Evil earlier, on Twitch and shit. And I guess I switched the mics over. But, yo, listen. Hey, listen, guys. This is Live on the Line. Thank you guys so much. You missed all the introduction shit that I said. But it's cool because we still here. But we got my man, Kyle Eric. Yo, we also got a new guest on. I was just explaining how he's actually been a real big fan of the show. He's been keeping up with all the episodes and stuff like that. And he wanted to come on the show. And who am I say no? He wants to come on and talk with us shit. Let's go, man. I can't get nobody else to come up on this fucking show. I don't know what happened to everybody. Everybody disappeared. But, yo, listen, I'm really happy to have him on here today. We're going to talk with him, get to know him a little bit. It's going to be a really fun show. We're going to talk about marriage and you know, different stuff going on in relationships and stuff like that, especially like celebrities and things like that. But a little bit of everything, tonight. You know, I was going to do actually a nostalgia night tonight. We were talking about on the last show. But shit changes, man. You know, topics pop up and things happen or whatever. But introducing for the first time on the B-Line Live on the line, we got Mr. J.C. Strickland. What up, J.C.? How you doing, bro?
What up, Brian? How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good, man. Thank you so much for all the love and the support that you be giving on the show, on the channel. I definitely wanted to bring you on. Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. It's really great to see that, you know, I'm not just out here talking to myself all the time and shit. You know?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. What's up, Kyle?
Nice to meet you, man. How you doing?
Hey, good to meet you, bro. I'm chilling, man.
Awesome,
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, JC, we glad to have you. And once again, thanks for all the support and all the comments and stuff. You've been a real big fan of the show. We really appreciate it, bro.
You know,
So we go.
it's like I said last week in the chat, Brian. You and I met on Navarro Miller, and you know, that was an amazing episode. I still watch it. And when we talked a little bit between now and then when you asked me to come on, I'm like, heck yeah, man, why not? Let's do the thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, listen, bro, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Kyle, what up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Yo, listen, man. It's another day, man. Yo, it's hot, bro. That's the first thing I said when my mic was muted. I said, yo, listen, I'm hot as shit. I've been inside all day, playing the game. We had every fan in here running. That's why I was trying to tell everybody, like, if y'all hear the fans, like, y'all got to just kind of hear them tonight. I'm hot as shit, yo. I got a garage set up, so it's like we get some air in here, but as hot as it's been, bro, in Georgia at least, I mean, it's been fucking crazy.
Oh,
what
yeah,
about y'all?
It's been crazy. It's been crazy in New York too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, JC, you in New York. Go ahead, JC. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man, so we can go ahead and kick the show off right here.
Let's see. I'm an amateur actor singer, originally from Portland, Oregon. Now living in upstate New York, in a little town of Hudson. Godfather of 6. Yeah, I've lived out here on the East Coast for going on 7 years in October. Other than that, man, just you know, living life, trying to get used to I've been here for almost like I said, almost 7 years. I'm still not used to the time change.
No, listen. Different life, bro.
You know?
Living in New York. I mean, New York is crazy as shit right now. At least from the videos and stuff that I see.
I'm 2 hours north of I'm 2 hours north of the city, so you know I'm away from all that craziness.
Oh, see, I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey. So I was literally, you know, before I moved to Georgia, damn, 12 years ago now.
we lived right, you know, in the city. Like that was us. So we train stop. We was 20 minutes away on the train, and we used to always go in downtown Manhattan and shit like that or whatever. So, you know, I love New York. You know what I mean? But it's like now how it's like everything is with the, you know, you see the videos and stuff like that all the time, man. It's fucking devastating, bro. I mean, I don't know. It's been crazy like that everywhere.
It's been nuts. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you see all sorts of stuff on the news that just scares the living daylights out of you. I mean, I'm a big city boy originally. Like I said before, I'm originally from Portland, Oregon. But, you know, now big cities, I like going to them, but I don't stay long.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
real.
just for self-preservation's sake.
Yeah, for real, for
There
real.
you go.
What up, Kyle? What's going on with you, bro? How's your day, man?
Today has been, I'd say, productive. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say productive. Got up early this morning. Was in the studio for a little bit. Got some work done, and then just a couple hours ago finished the project for today. Finished my assignment for today,
Gotcha.
and now I'm just chilling and talking to some friends. I won't be up here for too long, but I wanted to I wanted to talk about some of the stuff you had brought up in the chat recently.
Got it. Yeah, well, yeah, I definitely appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, you always in, Kyle, so we definitely appreciate the love, bro. But, yeah, we are going to talk about some stuff here today. You know, one of the big things, you know, JC, that I know about you, man, is you're a big wrestling fan. And I'm a huge wrestling fan, bro. Yeah.
Big
so,
fan.
and I saw you've met a lot of wrestlers and stuff like that, like all over.
You know, I've been lucky where that's concerned. A lot of the pictures, I know you mentioned about the picture from Instagram a couple weeks ago. A lot of those are from a SummerSlam event in LA about 12 years ago. But I got a buddy that manages a store in Albany, New York called the Heroes Hideout, and they have, it's pretty cool. It's a toy and collectible shop, and they bring in wrestlers and different celebrities a couple times a month. They just had and I'm just blanking. They had Colt Cabana, or not Colt Cabana, but shoot, now I can't think of the dude's name. Savio Vega. That's it. They had him in Foley, Swoggle. And a week from, or this coming Saturday, they're having two of the original Power Rangers are going to be.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right, that's cool shit.
Yeah, Walter Jones and Catherine Sutherland are going to be there.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, that's what's up too. Woo. Hey, listen, we got the panel growing a little bit today. I'm really glad. I really want a panel for tonight. I'm telling you, we're gonna talk some shit on here tonight. It's gonna be some real shit. Yo, but welcome back. Yo, my boy, he came back and he's shining. I rewatched our episode not too long ago because I'm about to be doing a lot of clips, guys. I'm still getting my shit together. I got a lot of new equipment I got coming in a few weeks, but I'm gonna be doing the clips. You're gonna see everything, man. We had a really good conversation. But bring it back to the stage, yo. It's my boy, Mr. Eric G. What up, E? What up, brother, man?
Bro, volume on the mic.
Yeah, I think your mic volume low, but we did hear you, but it's a little low. Might be unplugged a little bit or some shit. Don't worry, I had my technical difficulties when I first started. It's been like that recently a lot, yo. I'm trying to get better at my shit. I gotta get my life together. But Eric is back on. Yo, we had a lot of fun in that conversation we had. We were talking about the boats and the brawls, the brawl for all.
Oh man,
going to war.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, let me ask you something. While Eric's fixing this mic real quick. Yo, Kyle, when's the last time you did an episode of your show? How often does it come out?
You know, I'm getting myself together to start doing some episodes again. My focus mainly has been on my clients lately.
Yeah,
it's been between the clients I'm working with and doing who they want stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so and usually I like to have my crew with me when we're doing the podcast stuff. Aside from the mental health stuff, when I'm doing the nerdy stuff, I like to have my chosen family with me.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can't get everybody either in the studio together or on the chat when a certain topic happens, because I'm the type of person that I try to stay topical,
Yeah.
right? But it's not always the case, and I've missed a few good opportunities, like with movies and music reviews and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
just
yeah.
because I was so busy thinking about time, you know.
Yeah, no, I feel you, and I asked that question too because I'm just trying to see, like, you know, if I'm the only person who deals with that, because like you just said, bro, I've been really wanting to get back into doing movie reviews. Like the episode we did on the entertainment show, I love that, bro. If we can do stuff like that every single time and talk about new things that are going on, things that we like, things that we're interested in, like I love the show off segment, but like you just said, bro, it's hard to get people on, man, on a time schedule, and I just started doing some more bookings. I think I have an appointment tomorrow when I'm going to be doing recording with somebody. But man, you're trying to get people on, and James, you know, people got shit to do. You know, sometimes people like, you know, my stuff comes up and everything. It's difficult. So I'm like, man, listen, if I just do this shit, I'm just going to start dolo, like, you know, just stop worrying about like trying to get people on so much, because that can affect like, you know, your content, man. And I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying, like, you know, it is time for me to stop living in a world where I'm thinking I'm going to keep building this world, this regime, and just start really focusing on pushing this content out, man. I'm really ready to start making some shit, yo. Yeah. But I'm loving it, man. I'm definitely loving it. Yeah, because I wanted to watch an episode and stuff like that. JC, do you do any kind of like podcasting or anything, bro?
I don't. This is actually my first visual appearance on a web show or anything like that. I've been part of Navarro Miller Report with Dave Navarro and Jeremy Miller. That's where you and I met. Like I said, I've been part of that. I'll be coming up on my 20th episode a week from this Friday.
Nice.
God, that's awesome, bro. Yeah, I really appreciate it. How did you meet Dave?
That was just a freak thing. I was a fan of Jeremy's, and I talked to him a couple of times, and then I saw on his Facebook that they were doing the podcast. Now I missed the first year or so of the podcast. Like I said, I'm just marking my 20th year in a couple weeks, or just under 2 weeks, and started tuning into that. You know, giving perspectives, opinions. You know, just being part of the chat. You know, I haven't been on there visually. This is the first visual appearance I've ever made on something like this.
Yeah.
You know that, but I've been doing that. Like I said, I'll be coming up on the 20th. I missed one a couple weeks ago, so I'm a week behind. So not this Friday,
awesome.
but next Friday will be my 20th, and you know I've thought about maybe doing one once things kind of pick up for me. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. I'll start doing one of my own. Who knows?
Pull it together, bro, for sure. No, I definitely, more power to you, man. Hey, yo, Eric's back. Eric, you good, bro?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, it's loud and clear,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
Great.
Eric, appreciate you,
Good to meet you, Eric.
Nice to meet you too, JC.
Yeah, Eric, JC is, he's been, watching the shows, following me for a little bit, and I really appreciate the love. Brought him on so he can join in the convo, man. But yeah, guys, I wanted to, like I said earlier, man, I don't know if anybody heard me because I had some audio shit going on too. But listen, bro, I've been for people who don't know me, man, I started this show back in 2020, and when I did, I kind of had a co-host. It was my fiance, IT Tiff, and she was helping me, get everything together and do everything I was doing. She was on the first couple shows with me, like the first beginning whole segment that we had. And, she's been really down for me to do everything. And then it kind of just branched off where she's not really into this shit like that. But she comes on every now and then. But she still helps me, support the show and, keep everything fucking tied together.
Beautiful.
Building together. You feel me? And she's my fiance. And I'm going to be getting married soon. You feel me? Okay? So, listen. That's not what started the show. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's not what started the idea. This is what started the idea. We're just going to jump into the first topic, the main topic of today, because I was going to do a nostalgia day today, man. I was not going to do anything like this and talk about any kind of controversy or any kind of bullshit, but this shit kind of hit me, bro. All right, hold up. I got to get this fucking picture up or whatever. This shit kind of hit me hard. And, okay, fuck it. I can't find the picture in time. The Steve Harvey situation with his wife. We're gonna talk about it, y'all. We're gonna talk about it early too.
I was literally just talking about this with my family. Go ahead,
bro. Listen, man. Like I said, I said all of that. I said all of that basically just to say I'm about to get married. Now, I'm not worried about my wife and my fiance and stuff like that. I'm not worried about IT Tiff because I know the woman she is. I know where she comes from. I know where her family comes from. I know we have our own, independent problems, whatever. Who doesn't? But
right.
The thing that happened with Steve Harvey recently, for those who don't know, who's got a good understanding of the story and shit, like that's what happened. Anybody besides me?
Right here. You know me. I'm
Go ahead, E. Go ahead, man. Yeah, you data man.
Oh, I love like entertainment shit.
Yeah,
I like seeing rich people have problems. That's my problem.
Have problems like us, like regular shit, right?
I love that. I love it. But real talk though. So from what I've been hearing different stories. So apparently she cheated on him with his was a personal chef and security.
That's what I heard.
The head of security.
Yeah.
That they supposed to be. I heard that she like filing for divorce. But then also
so they are.
That's been rumored. I also heard that it never happened. It was just a rumor. So
yeah, that's what I heard too.
I think supposed to be a show that he did where he said, "Don't worry about us, we fine."
Yeah.
And so that's what I got so far.
So I literally just kind of like how you just said, bro. I literally heard this information, and I know, like, if you know, like, history with Steve Harvey, he's been married a couple times. Like, he's had
about
some
5 times, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like at least I thought it was 3 or 4. Like, and I'm not one to talk about somebody's problems and shit like that, right? I'm not. And first of all, we don't know a lot of these guys behind the scenes stuff with her. We're just getting through the wire information. So I don't know if she cheated on him, whatever. I mean, but this is the stuff that I got to say, especially when it comes to celebrities, bro. I heard that he met her and she was like real, like, oh man, I've known her. Apparently he knew her before and they kind of dated before they got married. And then they kind of was like, oh, we're not ready. Then they found each other again and then they got together and, they had a good marriage or a good, for now. When I heard that, I was like, damn, he knew this girl. He knew her. He did this. He did that, whatever, and stuff like that. Go ahead, Eric.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
He has a trend that before he divorced one wife, he actually meet his next one.
Oh, so shit, okay.
He actually met Laura. He met not Laura. So he met Marjorie while he was still married to his second wife. And they actually had something going on a little bit, but it wasn't nothing serious because he really didn't have that much money at that time. Then once he divorced his second wife and he actually built himself up a little bit more, that's when him and Marjorie got together. Yeah,
that's fucking interesting, bro. I don't know, man. See, celebrity life is more difficult than our life. So let's break it down a little bit. I want to go around the room a little bit with it. Now these are celebrities, yo. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to marriage is supposed to be like, I found the one that I love, and I want to be with this person forever. Like, even me and IT Tiff are now talking about it. Yo, listen, this is it. This is our time. We good. We got each other. That's what it is. That's it. We're not. There ain't no talk about the shit. And that's what I would think. That's what most people think. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like trying to find somebody, and you're like, yo, this is my partner, and this is why I love her. This is why I care about her. And then you find out that they're a completely different fucking person. How do you handle that, yo? So I want to ask around the room real quick, ask everybody, what do you look for in a woman to know that she's worth dedication? She's worth, this is mine. She's worth loyalty and respect and everything. What is something that you look for that's not a red flag? Let's start with Eric, because I know Eric is, Eric, you married, right?
Yeah, I'm married. Yeah, I've been married.
Yeah.
So me and my wife been married going on 2 years. But we've been together for a total of 7.
Got it.
But yeah, so how I knew that my wife was the one for me. I need a person that was actually going to be there for me when I was at my lowest, and who I know if I'm going through something bad, I know that you can be able to support me and build me back up. So when I went through a really hard time, and my wife was actually there for me through that hard time. and it made me appreciate her way more than before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also with that though, I remember I used to say that you got to have 4 signs. It's 4 different women combined to make my perfect wife, right? I wanted a woman who had a sex appeal like Janet Jackson. I wanted a woman who was funny as hell like Samore, like the comedian Samore.
Yeah.
I want a woman that also was like Michelle Obama. Like if something go down, she's right beside me. She's sticking with me.
That loyalty.
And then I want a woman who's gonna love me and have compassion like my mother. So I wanted all of that combined to make the perfect woman for me.
Damn, that's very highly structured and, and thought out.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. Let me be honest with you. I made that. I said that shit back when I was like 21, right?
Really?
But I fucked around with 300 damn crazy ass chicks. So
yeah. That's how it goes. It's hard to find somebody, bro. It's hard to find somebody, but at least you kind of had an idea of like what you were looking for. Cause I mean, me personally, I didn't know what the fuck I was looking for. You're saying just to yourself, like, oh, you want somebody who's going to not cheat on you, and somebody who you can have fun with, and this and that or whatever. And then your life starts changing, as time progresses, and then you start noticing more stuff that you need from a partner and shit. You want somebody who's good with kids and knows how to structure time and shit like that or whatever. You hear a lot of men, and we don't talk about some of this shit too, but a lot of men talk about shit like, oh, she has to cook and this and that. That's cool. That's cool.
Let me be real with you, man. Shit, you ain't gonna get half of the shit you think you're gonna get. Like, that's the truth. The truth is, when you get married, man, look, you got to take her faults like she got to take yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And she ain't gonna always be that damn badass chick you met. You know what I'm saying? A couple years ago.
Yeah.
You gotta look at her ass. She ain't got a wig on. Her makeup is off. You looking at her like, what's going on? Like,
farting.
So you
stinking up the bathroom.
I mean, getting your goddamn nerves. I mean, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Yeah. But you gotta. But how she the one is like, look, through all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, cool. You know what, man? That's my little stinking ass woman right there. That's it.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? I also think that it's a mental decision that you have to make at some point. You have to know, because one of the biggest catchphrases when it comes to dating and relationships is, there's plenty of other fish in the sea. There's plenty of other. But the thing is, like you just said, Eric, I went through 300 motherfuckers to get to. Yeah, how many? What's the number? Like, are you going to go through all the fishes? You feel me? Like, you have to make a conscious decision to say, I'm going to stop doing this shit. This person is close enough to what I want, or great enough for what I need, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to say, this is mine. Okay, this job I'm locking in, this car I'm locking down, this woman I'm locking and committing to. I feel like people are forgetting that part of the commitment shit. I feel like people are forgetting that part of, I have to constantly understand I'm making the decision now to make this my commitment. And I'm not trying to make it sound like a job or a woman like it's a property or some shit. A man or a woman, either way. It is. Woman too.
It is.
It is. You're right. It is. But I'm just not trying to be like on some disrespectful shit. I mean, seriously, you have to look at it that way. All right, Kyle. Like, if you've kind of thought about it, bro. I'm not sure if you've thought about it, but have you thought about like what you would want in a wife, or like what kind of aspects you're like, man, if I had a woman that was like this, I might put a ring on her finger tomorrow.
As far as marriage and all that, I think about the partnership aspect, not just the whole getting married thing. Like, I'm not one for like big weddings. I'm more of a I'm more of the guy that's like, I've been to a few backyard weddings that were just beautiful, right?
I'm fine with it, yeah.
And they had a justice of the peace. And they had a handful of people, and there was music, and everybody was laughing, all the carrying on. There was no like big hullabaloo or nothing like that. I've been to big weddings too, but I think what it is, especially, it seems to be, I don't know if this is exclusively an American thing, but it seems to be that we are stuck on the happily ever after, that we don't think about the after. Right? We don't think about we don't really think about the after. We think about what it might be like, because everybody's got an imagination. Like you go through the traditions, which I find a little archaic. Everything from the proposal to the ring to the to the getting your wedding set up and the stress of all that other stuff. I'm like, okay, before that, what kind of person are you? What kind of person?
Yo, Kyle be dropping bombs. I fuck with Kyle, yo.
Listen.
Kyle be dropping bombs on you and shit.
Man,
Got me over here thinking about my life.
I'm trying to tell you, like, they're gonna be self-reflecting and shit. I'm like, he's spoken like 5 minutes.
I realized this not too long ago. I've never been married. I've been almost pushed into an engagement, right? It didn't end up happening. I found out that the reason why it didn't happen was because neither one of us knew ourselves, right?
Yeah.
We didn't know ourselves. We acted like we knew each other, but they just basically we liked each other and we loved each other, but ultimately it was like one did not care what kind of attention they got, right? And I'm over here trying to hold things together because I had never had a relationship like that before. So I wanted to keep it together. Fast forward 11 years later, and I tried to, and I tried to have a relationship with with someone that I already had a friendship with, right? And it ended up not happening. And as I backtrack, I realized she told me from the get-go what she wanted, but I wasn't really listening. So she told me from the get-go that she had other jump-offs. This was not a relationship. This was two friends. Stuff happened, right? I'm thinking that that because of how close we were getting.
Oh, you try to play their move. That's what they be doing.
And
when they try. I'll change her mind.
You been a sneak attack some pussy. That's what's up. I like it.
Because this went on for 2 years, and I had my friends in my ear. Some that were already married. It's like, okay, so what is going on between you two? I'm over here saying, everybody else is asking me, oh, is that your girlfriend? Because they saw me around a couple times. I'm like, well, no, because I'm thinking one way, she's thinking another way, and they're like, does she know that? I'm like, yeah, she knows that. She told me, right? So I had to sit back with myself during lockdown and be like, let me chill the heck out and figure out what kind of person I want to be. What kind of energy do I want to attract? Because I'm not looking for someone to be submissive to me. I'm not looking for anybody to just rub my feet and all that. I'm looking for somebody to communicate with. I'm looking for somebody to do to go through the good, the bad, the hardships, all that stuff, laugh, all that stuff. Really, I break it down to this one song lyric that's stuck in my head, right? And that's my missus is not submissive. She's a leader. I don't need her to do my dishes. I need her to do my stitches.
Okay.
Right. And I know everybody's different. My thing is, like, right now, I'm trying to work on myself so I can attract that type of
what you
person.
want. Yeah. Yeah. It's very good to know what you want, bro. And I definitely appreciate that story because you just dropped a lot of information there because it's very challenging to try to figure out what's good for you, man, especially when you grow up and you start getting older and you start realizing like you're not going to stay the same. And I think that's one of the craziest things about marriage and shit too. You're not going to stay the same. You're going to change in personality. You're going to change in characteristics. You're going to change in so many different ways where it's like you met this person when you're 22 years old, or even 35 years old, or even 48 years old. You're going to change. Next 10, 20 years, you'll be shitting on yourself. Is that person going to be able to deal with that? Like, for real, like, it's like there's so many different factors when it comes into the commitment of dealing with somebody else in your life, engagement. The one thing that I really feel is that internal switch that you got to flip the fuck on and say, no matter what, this is my dedication. No matter what, I understand at this point, this is my dedication. And me and IT Tiff been saying that shit a lot to each other recently. A lot to each other. Like, yo, listen, you know when this happens, this is it, right? And like, yeah, I get it. I understand.
Hey, I told my wife too, I'm like, yo, it's one way out of this motherfucker now. We
trying to tell you, bro.
But this is my thing too. I told everybody, like, if you get married, you got to make sure that this is what you want.
Yeah.
Because it's not, and I tell you, it's not for the weak. Being married is not for the weak. You got to have your mind together because you got to think about you're sharing your life with somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think with us, we had to fight that sometimes. We had to fight that being our own individual person and trying to now be a unit. It was hard at the beginning. It was hella hard at the beginning, but
I believe you. I believe you, bro. JC, I wanted to get your opinion too, man. Like as far as, you know, dating, or if you like ever, I don't know if you've ever been married before, or how do you
I was engaged at one point. I was engaged at one point. I was in a relationship for about 7 years, and we were engaged for about a year and a half. I ended up having to call it off. Literally, I think like 6 weeks before we were supposed to tie the knot.
Oh wow!
Found out about a year-long infidelity. I had my then fiance. Our relationship was in Vegas. I was helping out with the Donnie and Marie show at the Flamingo. And that's where I met my then fiance. Went back to Oregon to ease my mother into retirement and was back there for a year. And come to find out, when I came back to Vegas to tie the knot and move on, that they had cheated for a year, and they didn't have the guts to tell me. The other person told me, and I was like, and so I finally told my fiance, I said, we can be civil, we can, we're back to platonic. If you had the I guess the guts would be the closest.
Balls.
Thank you.
You got the fucking balls. Tell me.
No, you got to say. You got to say.
I'll burn your fucking house down.
Right. No. If they had the balls to just come out and just say, hey, I did this, whatever, then there would have been a chance of reconciliation. I probably would have pushed things back a bit.
Got you.
But to give us time to kind of recover from all that. But I gotta go back to something that Kyle said earlier, and this kind of reminded me of a quote that I heard not too long ago. If somebody's not with you at your worst time, don't let them be with you at your best. I think one of the keys to finding an ideal partner, whether it's the initial relationship, whether it's marriage, whatever, you got to find somebody that you're on even keel with, that is going to be there. Like you said, you don't want to submit it. I think you said that, Eric, with that song, or you were Brian, I forget which. You want to find somebody that's going to be an even keel. Similar interests are a good start too, but you've got to have mutual support. You've got to know they're going to be there no matter what changes you go through. Like one of you said, you're going to change as life goes on. You got to know that they're going to be there for that, and you got to make sure that they know you are.
Yeah, very true.
If you don't have all that, it's kind of like about the snowball chance in hell, basically.
Yeah, for real. And you want to know that's that's one of the things. Like I said, when I saw the whole thing with the Steve Harvey thing or whatever, I saw a lot of people clowning him because of the fact that Steve Harvey has been known to give a lot of information and kind of highly critique people and their relationship statuses and how men do things and shit like that or whatever, what we're doing wrong and all that shit or whatever. And I never hate it. Like, hey, listen, he's trying to preach game. He's trying to teach, up and comers, which I think is needed. I don't never find fault in that. If a man's stepping up, trying to show, like, how to get things done, even though there's different ways of doing shit. But I think we can all agree that, you know, everybody should try to be respectful. Everybody should try to, you know, if you're going to make commitment, at least agree to whatever commitment you're going to make together, whatever, and commit to the shit. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? But what I found interesting was, if this is true, I don't know. We don't know. Allegedly, right? Like, you know, we don't know if she's been cheating with the pool guy and the chef and the bodyguard and the dog walker and the nanny and the fucking gas station attendant. We don't know. We have no idea. That her name might be just getting drugged right now. But if it is somebody that he met, he was like, man, I love this woman, and listen, I found you, and I came to me, and blah, 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 and all this love story shit that I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably have when they get into relationships. But then when the woman switches up, bro, when the woman switches up, to me, that shit is crazy, yo. Like, the woman is usually the one who's more like, I don't know why I see it that way, but just more regular and sitting back and like, I ain't fucking everybody. Nah, I'm a prestige. I'm prestigious. I got Steve. You see my husband, Steve, he on every fucking thing.
Man, look.
Fucking the cleaner and
how many books he's reading, how many books he's selling, how many shows he's hosting, how
shit
many
don't matter, man. Like, I guess, yo.
All that stuff. But it's really like, you never know. And not to interrupt you, brother, but
no, you're good. No, please.
Like,
I love these panels.
Like the thing that we don't really like, we don't really grasp. I don't think a lot of us grasp the fact that human beings, right, are capable of doing anything.
Yeah.
So if you tell someone, even if it's on paper, that you are committed to them, then you better make sure that trust is there on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. Even science has proved that on both sides of the spectrum, not just guys, but on both sides, people wonder, am I meant to be with this person forever? Monogamy to me is a choice, right? Monogamy is the choice. Like, everybody's out here like, oh no, this is the choice. No, you're part of this community. You're part of this community. Being the person to be just with one person, that is a choice you make every day. Because it's not like hardwired in us. You know what I'm saying? So really, while I do feel bad for Steve Harvey, I'm not gonna be like one of these trolls out here just clowning him just because
for real.
Because he spent years with the whole act like a woman, think like a man shtick, right?
Yeah.
And now, and now that whole thing is like, okay, now you got more information for a new book to write, because nobody saw that coming. And also think of it. Can
I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead,
bro.
But my thing is also realize that, just because you got money and power don't means that you got a loving relationship. That's not how that shit works.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's all materialistic.
Are you done?
I can give you what you want, but I can give you everything. I can buy whatever you want. Don't mean I can knock the bottom out of your ass. That's what I'm saying. So you don't know what can happen.
That's a very true point, and literally, that's sorry, JC. I wanted to say, like, what you guys are saying. Even when I was saying it before, just because you got all this other shit or whatever, but it doesn't make you like the stand-in guy. Like, you see what I am. You would think that, because the value that comes with being able to be comfortable and not have to worry about this or do that. You got other worries that come with that, though. My husband's never home, or this and that, or when he is home we fight, or we don't like doing whatever the complications that you have. But at the end of the day, whether it be the next motherfucker's breaking your back out, or the next motherfucker just doing something a little bit better than what he did, how much is it that this guy's more talented, or this bitch just can't keep her eyes closed? You know what I mean? Like, you always gonna find something. You always gonna find something.
That's right. But one thing I think we gotta do as men too, realize that women cheat just like dudes do. That's what we gotta understand.
We're capable of that. That's
right. I mean, women do cheat too. I mean, women have sex. It happens. This is what it goes down. I mean, we can't sit there like, man, she's a woman. She would never cheat on me. Bitch, please. She would kiss you. She would kiss you with the same lips she was slobbing on this man's dick with. Look, let me tell you what I know in this
real.
Man. I'd have been
you can't go into this. You can't go into a relationship or try to maintain one with any sense of naivete. You know, to think, oh, you know, I've been with them this long. They they're not gonna do this. If you're thinking that way, your head's up your backside. I want to say this based on what Kyle was saying a minute ago about trust. Like I said before, everything's got to be even key. You know, respect, responsibility, trust. You know, you know they're going to be there. You know, they know you're going to be there. If that isn't there, if it isn't, you know, even keel 50-50, you're in trouble. You're in trouble going into this thing. And sooner or later something's going to come up. You know, like this was totally out of the blue with the Harvey. This was totally out of left field.
We think
you are not going to see it coming.
Bitch could be smutting forever, like.
right. Well, yeah, we don't know. But what I'm saying is, if everything isn't even keel and you're not, you know, completely honest with each other and just you know, committed whatever, you know, there's not that even in everything else. Sooner or later, something's going to come out of the blue. Something's going to happen. 9 times out of 10.
Let me shout out.
You just got to be ready for it.
XO Poetry Forever. I'm not sure if this is female or what's it called. Hey guys, speaking from personal experiences, commitment, though ultimately wanted, can be scary because there's so much risk that goes into it. Yeah, very true. Right. But when you find the one, it can make it all worth it. And she, corny, I know. I think that's a female. Thank you so much for your perspective. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Committing is very scary. And JC, just like what you were saying, I think, you know, to that, of course, you definitely should be trying to find somebody as compatible as you possibly can be. But I think, like we were talking about earlier, the scarier part of that is the time that you do it and the time that you have to build up when you're still newly invested. The scary part is that afterwards, the commitment that you've already made from all the greatness that you achieved to find, but once that shit is there and then the change happens, that's the dangerous shit, bro. I saw this guy today. I saw this guy. This was a fucking crazy video. I'm always watching like crazy videos and stuff like that. But this guy was on, you know, TikTok videos. Bro, I'm telling you, all day. Usually you have the TikTok videos and the guy is like, you know, he'll get on the screen first and say, watch this video. It's going to scare you. Here, check it out. He points at it and it comes on. The guy was on the screen and was like, listen, this is going to be the craziest thing you guys see today. It's going to be really crazy. Don't look into this guy's eyes for too long. Then he said, right after he said that shit, I'm like, damn, I'm about to see a fucking monster or something. Then he said, this guy was just told by his wife of 20 years that that she didn't love him no more. And this guy was in a truck. Like, he was, like, driving his truck. And you saw the fucking hurt in this dude's face, man. Like, he started the video, and he was just, like, he was crying. He couldn't even start talking at first. And he's just like, yeah, you know, I just told my wife, like, my wife, she don't love me anymore. And the fucking guy was crying, bro. And just the heartache of that. Just knowing, like, just kind of being able to think about it, like, to relate to it in a way. Damn.
But
you know what I mean?
But we also can't link in that if you get married, if you're gonna be in a relationship, female, if you're gonna be in a relationship, it's a 50-50 chance. You don't know what's gonna happen in the future.
Yeah.
But you gotta come in there, y'all gotta be committed, y'all gotta be able to have an open communication. That's the biggest thing in the relationship. Be able to talk about your problems. And do not
that is the master key, you're right.
And don't think that it's not gonna be any fucking problems in a marriage. When you get married, don't mean your problems fucking stop.
No, that's why that trap shit is crazy. The people who try to or they get married and think that's going to help their problems and shit like that, or they have kids.
Or they
that
have
shit
kids.
is the worst.
Man,
that shit is the worst kind of comprehension.
Those are the two biggest booby traps you can have is to think that either marriage or kids or even just living together is going to solve everything. It's
solve
not
the problem. Yeah. It's gonna make shit 1,000 times worse in some situations. Now, some
When it
situations
happens,
you may
exactly.
just get lucky. Yeah, you may just get lucky and just, oh man, either the girl or the guy found out that we were doing something or wants to be more serious, and oh man, maybe it did work. Maybe it worked for 20 years. Maybe it worked for 30 years. People are all different, man. But that's why this shit is so scary, yo. The commitment factor is so scary because you just never know, man. You never fucking know what's gonna happen tomorrow. It's dangerous, man. Go ahead, Kyle.
We ain't psychics.
No, we're not. And we got to stop expecting each other to read our minds. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah, I knew someone who not too long ago, like months ago, had found out that their spouse of I don't know how many years. All I know is they've been married. They have kids. He was cheating, right? Now, how she found out was now the guy would go out, he would go out of state for work, right? And she tells me this stuff because she's like, you ain't gonna tell anybody. I ain't got nothing to lose. She just wanted to tell somebody, and she knew she could trust me. Long story short, she found out that yes, they were cheating. Yes, something was suspicious when he would go to the West Coast for work because they were supposed to be moving out of the state. It ended up not happening, and she showed me pictures of the dude's second family.
That's the craziest shit to me right there. When a motherfucker can have a whole another family, that's you a magician.
And I
mean, first of all, you a patient ass motherfucker because God, I can't take my one family.
Like, I'm trying to tell you, I've said that on this fucking show 1,000 times.
Get on. Family just had a new kid, just had a new baby.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
I'm like, are you freaking serious? But the craziest thing is he looked like somebody I knew, and I'm like, please don't let this be somebody I know. Please don't let this man be related to me.
Yo, listen, bro. But I mean, it's interesting. We were talking about this conversation, and it all started with the Steve Harvey thing. Like I said, I wanted to get on here because I know I'm about to get married. Like, it's one big thing that I'd never done. In all the relationships, I had a lot of fun, a lot of crazy times, a lot of shit like that or whatever. But I've also had a lot of experiences that this one right here that I'm in now has changed me. I was a reckless, wild motherfucker. I'm telling you right now, there's no hiddenness to that shit, okay? I was wild. And as soon as I had some shit going on, if I didn't like something, I was done with it. I trashed that shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck fixing it. Goodbye. Let's try something else. With cars, every job, every fucking, that's how I treated life. I didn't care. Yep. But now, it's been the first relationship that I'm 36. I got fucking 3 kids. I got to make change. I can't do that shit no more. And like Eric said, I find myself in these situations where I was just having a problem with my son earlier today, kind of last couple of days. And I'm finding myself in these weird fucking situations where it's like my reckless attitude and behavior, I want to go crazy. Shut up. Get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of listening to y'all. Stop doing what I'm saying. And I got to sit back and then self-reflect like, fuck. Was I supposed to get mad? Am I overdoing it? And I keep having these battles with myself and shit. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like we all are saying now, it's like people change, man. And one of the reasons are because of my fiance, man. She's pointing out the shit that I'm doing. And then I'm fucking fighting with her. Like, is she doing it because she doesn't want me to be strong? She not want me to fucking win the argument? Like, or is she telling me some shit I really need to listen to? And that's the battle. You fucking kill me like...
I've been there.
I'm fighting myself and shit.
Let me tell you though, like the craziest part is about like growing up is that you got to realize you got to change. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that shit.
And I think with me, when I got married and stuff, I got stepsons, but I don't call them my stepsons. They're my
right.
But I remember getting around them and all that, and I was like, yo, I have to be softer. Like that should have got me like I thought to me trying to be there as a man is like, yo, you need to man up, get up, boy. That was my thing was.
Yeah.
But I had to learn being in a relationship now that I had to tone it down a little bit. Then I had to fight with myself. I'm like, yo, did they think I'm a punk? Like, what the fuck is that?
I'm telling you, every fucking day, bro. I feel the same way, yo.
That's like, do you think, like, am I being too soft? What the fuck is going on? Yeah. It happens.
I feel that shit all the time,
the thing with that, though, the thing with that, though, Eric, is, and Brian, this kind of goes to what you were saying about with your kid. We I mean, like I said, I got godkids from 22. My eldest goddaughter is just turned 22 in November. My youngest is 5.
Mhm.
And I've been in positions where I'll be watching them and they'll do something, that's not that kind of breaks the rules, whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You react, but the thing you got to do before you react is you got to go, you know, am, is there a way to handle this without flying off the handle? First off, but you also got to say, is this something I would have done when I was there?
Mm.
You
Listen,
know,
I can't say that because I was fucking horrible.
we
I
all
just say
would
if
be.
it's
I
something
got news for
I
you.
really gotta.
Real talk.
I don't know if y'all matching me. I'm telling y'all right the fuck now. I was rough, man.
Brian, let me tell you, I thought about that shit when I said, yo, when I was doing this shit at age, man, I should have got my ass towed the fuck up, man.
Bro.
I'm like, yo, I know it. But I said, man, I think my dad didn't know what the hell I was doing. Yeah. And I was gonna sneak around and do something. But now as a parent, I'm like,
Daddy,
yo,
hell,
he knew
principles.
exactly what the fuck I was. He knew what I was doing.
Oh yeah, they know, bro.
Just like I know what my sons are doing.
Yeah, we know. They
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
I don't think my parents found out a lot of shit about me and that I told them, and I don't know how much they knew, but they definitely didn't know all of it. I'll tell you that shit right now. I mean, to this day, I'm still kind of telling my mother different things.
Hold on. What is? You might have tell her. Ask her, like, how much do you really know? And I bet she'll surprise you.
Yeah, I know. You're absolutely right because there has been some stuff that I kind of have just like released when we go out to dinner or something like that, and it's always that weird comforting feeling of like, oh, yeah, I can tell you this shit now. What are you going to do? Beat me? Like, I can tell you all the shit I was scared to tell you before. It don't matter anymore. But yeah, like you just said, like she has surprised me. Like, oh, you didn't know that was going on. Oh, okay. Like, I'm surprised you let that happen or not let that happen because you definitely didn't let it happen. It was a part of my growing up, man. But at the same time, I always pride my family for bringing me up because I'll tell you one thing. I could have definitely been, and me and JD the Mouth and shit, we've talked about shit we've went through in our life. I could have definitely been in way, way different situations than what I actually turned out in, which I'm super proud of, and I pride that all the way on my family and my upbringing. Because even though I was in all the shit I was in, I was smart enough to do that shit the way I did it, to where the people I know who died, I didn't fucking be one of them. The people I know that was in jail, I ain't be one of them. So it's definitely a lot of shit that your upbringing still matters. Your kids can get into some shit, but they still know how to handle themselves. But you want to try your best to not have them to have to fucking find that out. And that's what I'm doing now. With
don't let them
every fucking thing.
doing the same shit you did.
Yeah.
Yo,
don't let them skin their knee doing the same shit you did. Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't, and it's crazy though because I be like I find myself now like preaching like my dad did to me.
Oh yeah,
all day. And my thing, back when my dad was talking to me, I don't want to hear this shit. But then I'm like, now I see myself saying the same shit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I see them doing mistakes, and as a parent, you want to jump in there like, no, don't do this, don't do that, la la la, because you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, because you did the same shit. You know it's about to happen. But you gotta let them make that mistake though. You do.
I love this talk right here because this is the shit. Like I said, and this is before it would have been pussies and pussy and titties and shit. But now, like this is the shit that I like talking about because, like you just said, Eric, I literally just today I'm sitting there, and I'm the person who I want you to know I know, and I pay attention to every fuck. I overthink and I pay attention hard, and I let you know. Like so, I'm talking to my son. I'm like, I know you don't want to hear this shit right now. I know you don't want to hear it. But you need to hear this shit. You gonna do this thing or whatever. You gonna remember just like I'm remembering it now. When somebody said this shit to me, and then that situation happened, and that fucking clicked back in my head. I'm like, oh fuck, I remember when he said this shit. You need that shit. That's your conscience that speaking to you and stuff like that. Because if you don't have that information, then you're ignorantly and blindly going into every situation that you're going in life. So I'm trying to teach my kids as much as I can. But yo, listen, that was a great talk. I really, really enjoyed talking about those type of situations, especially as a thing. I was gonna play. Go ahead, G.
Real quick. I have to get off. I have to go to work soon, but I just want to jump in and just show y'all support, man.
Bro, I really appreciate you, man. Yo, guys, I really quick, I just want to say this, man. I know Sunday's been kind of hard to try to get everybody on. We used to have a whole bunch of people on, man. But lately I see it's kind of like, I don't know, if Sunday's not a good day, like I want to try to maybe chalk in the chat to see if maybe there's another day that'd be better. Because I really want to try to get everybody on the line to have these big discussions, man. So
I'm wide open, dude. Anytime.
I have the craziest damn schedule, so that's my thing.
Got you. Hey, Eric, yeah, go have a great day at work, bro. And thank you so much for jumping on. Man. Really appreciate your insight and everything, brother.
Yeah, nice meeting you, JC. Yo, good to see you again, Kyle.
Definitely.
Thanks again, B. I appreciate it, man.
Always, man.
Have a good night at work.
I remember that work that nightlife, man.
You're right, though. You're right, though, Brian. You see that your kids doing the same stuff you did. You don't want them to do it, but at the same time, you want them to be able to learn from it.
Yeah.
Whether it's from you or from what happened.
Yeah. Well, definitely great conversation. One of the things I did want to jump on here and talk about that happened recently, man, is something big happened this week. And listen, I'm not scared to say it. I was in fucking tears, yo. I was in tears, man. And that's let me see if I can pull it up here, man. I was in tears, especially yesterday. Come on. Why does everything take so long? I really gotta get the hang of doing this shit. There we go. Going having it. My boy, bro. Listen, man. Like we were just talking about JC, bro. Listen, I am a wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan since I was a little, man. I don't even know. SummerSlam '91. That was the first thing I remember watching. Oh, I bet. What's the first thing you got?
I started watching right after the Royal Rumble going into WrestleMania 14.
Oh man, yeah, you got it all the way back there. Oh, wait a minute. No, at WrestleMania 14. That was
long time ago.
Nah, you don't got me beat. Wait a minute, WrestleMania 14. That was you don't got me beat, JC. I started watching wrestling in the 80s.
Yeah.
No, was it 80s? Early 90s. I was born in 87. I don't know, whatever. But listen, bro, this shit right here. When I sat there and saw WrestleMania 14, that was like what, 96?
95 or 96, yeah.
Nah, bro, yeah. I don't know.
No.
When you started,
we're going into. I think we're going into 40 now. I think coming up.
Yeah, we were 40. Yeah, you couldn't have been.
Yes.
I mean, WrestleMania, SummerSlam '91 was when you had Hulk Hogan and not Ultimate Warrior. Was it Ultimate Warrior? It was Hulk Hogan and damn, I forgot. It might have been Ultimate Warrior versus Sergeant Slaughter and what the fuck is his name? He just passed away too, man. Iron Sheik. And they had the match made in heaven and the match made in hell when Queen Elizabeth got married to Randy Savage, Macho Man. That was the first active pay-per-view that I remember watching. And from there, I went and I was watching wrestling for the rest of my fucking life, yo. And I'm saying all that to say, basically, I've been a wrestling fan forever. And this right here, bro, like, I saw Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt has been one of my favorite characters since the Wyatt family. Since I saw the Wyatt family coming out back in 2013, 14, whatever it was. And, one of the biggest things that... Good,
he went under the name Michael McGillicuddy too in NXT's early days.
Yeah, and Husky Harris, and he had a couple of different things.
That's when I was a fan of him. Because towards the end of this last thing was Alexa Bliss that he had a couple of years ago. Yeah, that's when I kind of deviated away from him. I liked the match that he had with Orton.
WrestleMania, I thought that shit was horrible. And the fact that Randy beat him too, I thought that shit was fucking horrible. I thought they had already, watching back now, especially watching how good that Fiend shit was. Yo, listen, man. That, to me, honestly, I'll say this right now even. That shit was some of the best shit that was in wrestling. That whole The Fiend, the Firefly Funhouse. Remember when the Firefly Funhouse shit first came on? And this turned this is turning into a straight through the ropes and shit. Sorry, Kyle. Fucking I had to talk about this though, man.
It's all good, y'all.
I had to talk about this shit right here. Yeah,
I'll come on that too if you want, B. No problem.
Oh yeah,
but
y'all definitely got it. Y'all definitely got to collab. But listen, I gotta head out for the night.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. As usual, it's been a great time talking with you, Pete. JC,
yes, man.
Bro.
Yeah, man. Kyle, I will see you soon, brother.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent meeting you, my dude. And
really appreciate it, Kyle.
Man.
Yeah,
have a great night, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Be safe, man.
Hopefully we take these conversations that we just had to heart. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man.
Right on.
It's good information, man. It's real good information, yo. Good
Right
information.
on.
Be good, Kyle.
Have a good night.
Take it easy, bro.
But yeah, man.
But
when I sat there and saw like you said, the Fiend stuff was incredible, bro. But even before that, because I remember saying when I first like really saw like the Wyatt family and they came on and the intro was fucking phenomenal. We're here and he blows the thing out and all the lights go out and he comes out with the lantern and sits in the chair with the fucking Rowan and Harper neck. Listen, bro, it was listen, that shit was.
Did you see Rowan was there
90s
on
wrestling?
Yeah.
That
Did you
shit
see
was
that
90s
Rowan
wrestling.
was there on SmackDown?
Oh yeah. You knew they weren't going to not let him be there. I mean, that was their crew, man. I mean, the thing that sucks is like we were saying, I saw when Bray came back, his recent comeback, which was, I was even one of the ones that was like, damn, this is taking a long time. It had the Uncle Howdy stuff. It was a nice build. But it was like everything was happening so slow, and I'm cool with it because I'm like, I know that with Bray, the payoff is going to be good, but it was just it was so prolonged. And then when they said he got like he was out again, I'm like, oh fuck, like here we go, man. I'm like, we've been waiting for this build. I thought it was going to build at WrestleMania or one of them, and I'm like, man, they got to bring the Fiend or they got to do the Wyatt 6, whatever they were trying to plan. I was like, please do this shit. And then when we got the news that he passed.
Well,
man,
like when he came back for when he came back for that Mountain Dew match.
Yeah. I mean,
it
was cool.
That was impressive. I gotta give the guy his props. I didn't think that was gonna go anywhere, but
it was. I mean, it was all right. I mean, I think that it was a good match for him to come back to. It was a good match for him to get reintroduced to. But I kind of feel like all that shit really got really got, I don't know if it was just too stretched out and there wasn't enough going on.
Well, it got buried by everything else.
Yeah,
it got buried by the bloodline stuff. It got buried by all the stuff with Lesnar.
I think Bray would have conquered all that shit though. That shit to me, I mean the bloodline shit is fucking unbelievable. But to me, Bray Wyatt's character and everything that he had, it was brilliant, man. And I mean every time that damn screen came or he changed, you were captivated. The Alexa Bliss stuff, just whatever. But the Bray Wyatt shit, whenever that shit came on the screen or his music hit, you were captivated. And I mean, we're kind of missing that shit. We're kind of missing that shit in wrestling. And even you hear all the wrestlers saying, and they're giving him a lot of praise because he was amazing, and you expect that when somebody does pass and stuff. But listen, he was a creative mind like no other, man. He literally was influencing. To me, he was influencing this industry, in a very needed way right now. Like we need characters, we need stories. You feel me? Like we need these people that are making us the storylines. That's why the bloodline shit is amazing. You can't wait to watch fucking SmackDown. You want to see what happens next. But we need characters like that too. Not just the Ricochet because he can fucking fly all over the place. I get it. That's awesome. It's amazing. It's great to watch. But I miss watching DX. I miss, the real shit.
Yeah. Thank you. This is the one thing that I loved I loved his stuff as McGillicuddy and Husky Harris and all and the Nexus and all that. But when he came back as Bray, when number time, God rest your soul, brother. When he came back as Bray, he brought something to the WWE that we haven't seen since, like I said, DX, Austin McMahon,
Undertaker, Kane, honestly, all that shit. The Ministry
brothers
of Darkness. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he really did.
He brought a deeper, more interesting, easier to follow storyline than most of the stuff that was going on at that time.
Yeah, and character
and stuff we hadn't seen since the Attitude Era.
Yeah. If you think about it, you know, even with him taking on the Mandible Claw, like that's one of the big signatures that you see these, these next level wrestlers like are doing lately. Like you're seeing them pick up these moves that, especially in WWE, like you're seeing them kind of being passed down the torch of these moves that were so iconic in like the earlier days.
Look at Kevin Owens doing the Stone Cold Stunner.
The Stunner. Yeah. I mean, I think it's great, but unfortunately, I don't think that shit's ever going to sell the way Stone Cold had that shit selling, man. I think KO does it great, but it's just
he does it well. I will say that.
Yeah, he does it really well. But Stone Cold
the problem he runs into, and I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. It isn't all on him. He's had some situations where he's used it on people that weren't able to sell it. Like you remember back in the day when Austin would do it to The Rock. Rock would literally do a backflip.
Oh, flipping, yeah, do all the over dramatic shit. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, to really sell it. A lot of the people that Kevin's doing it to, you can tell it's they're not taking the same. I don't know if they're taking the same kind of damage. Who's to know that outside of the performers themselves? But they're not selling it to the point where it's as believable as it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I definitely just think that the move is just so iconic, man, that literally, you know what I mean? Like, Stone Cold is a one of a kind, and I think the Stunner is just nailed onto Austin 316. It's a part of it. Right. To anybody else who picks up that caliber. I think this isn't some racist shit. Not racist. It's some sexist shit. I think if a female did the Stunner, I think it has an opportunity to take on a whole nother mantle. Like if Becky Lynch would have picked up the Stunner, I think that could have actually taken her career on a different level. I think it would have been something new to focus on.
Yeah, Nia Jax.
Nia, I don't know about this shit.
What's her name? Shoot. I don't think Bianca could pull it off.
Nah, Bianca. Oh, I'm bored with Bianca.
I love her, but that's one move I don't know if
the Stunner,
it would really fit that mold. All
right, JC, we definitely not going to do a live on the line wrestling shit. I just wanted to say, yo, rest in peace, Bray. I ain't gonna lie, you don't realize how much some of these guys really connect with you, or you connect with them just by watching them, man. I had tears in my eyes, bro. Me and my son, we're sitting there watching it. We're like, yo, listen. And Bray Wyatt's not one of my old legends that I've been watching my whole life. Like, he's literally just somebody that brought me entertainment. I was excited to see him, and to know the fact that, thank you, Bray, for everything that he's done, and to know the impact of, like, you were a reason why I turned wrestling on. There was a point where I wasn't even trying to watch it, and then I saw Bray Wyatt's doing what? Let me jump in here and see what's up with the Wyatt family. Let me jump in here and see what's up with the Fiend. And see what's going on. And I'm like, oh man, this is a crap. You were a reason why I watched this shit. So, hey, rest in peace, Bray.
What hurts more than losing him and losing him at such a young age. He had a future that they wanted him to be basically the second coming of Taker. But what sucked this past week for a lot of wrestling fans, you talk about people that could sell it. We lost Terry Funk and William Rotunda on back-to-back days.
Terry Funk too, yeah, Terry Funk too. Trey saw Charlie, yeah, man, yeah, that's crazy. But yo, JC, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for jumping on with me here tonight. Yo, it's been a great time. We're gonna be doing some more.
It's been a blast. I love it.
I really, really appreciate the love and the support you've been showing, brother. But I'm going to get ready to head out. And Beeline, listen, guys, we're going to definitely be back this week. We got a web show coming Tuesday, entertainment show coming Thursday. And I'm pretty sure I'm doing the wrestling show this week. If I can get it's all about if I can get my crew, man. We still looking for
I can be there if you want me there, brother.
Definitely. Hey, JC, we're going to definitely reach out to you, bro. But, yo, listen, Beeline, I love you guys. Stay true. Stay positive. Pay attention, baby. And we out, yo. JC, I'm out, bro.
Peace, man.